Craig, this hit checked all the suspension-worthy boxes. The league agrees the head was the principal point of contact. It was avoidable. Gallagher used his elbow. He elevated his body, and it led to injury, yet still just 5 games. What do you think of the number?
Well, we knew it was going to be 5 or less, and it ended up at the maximum number of 5. Listen, I believe that play is a non-hockey play. There's lots of different instances where something in an attempt to deliver a body check goes wrong. That is not the case here with Brendan Gallagher. And, you know, we talk a lot about repeat offender. What about an experienced player doing that kind of an act? You know, I think it should be held to a higher standard. And we saw David Perron get suspended for 6 games for his cross-check. And that was a non-hockey play. This is a non-hockey play. I believe that the Department of Player Safety, and I know there's restrictions on them and constraints because of the collective bargaining agreement and trying to set precedent, but put a stake in the ground and say, you know what, we're not going to tolerate that. It's going to be 8 games, and if you want to appeal, go ahead and appeal. David Perron appealed, Charlie McAvoy appealed, and they were all rejected. So set a standard and hold Brendan Gallagher, an experienced player, to a higher standard because he should know better, not based on being a repeat offender or not.
I want to follow up on that, but is that not really the crux of it, though? Because we know that once a suspension is a suspension, you go back to the player's history. If he even had a 1-game suspension before this, then maybe it's 8 or maybe even 10 games. Do you think it's fair that the history behind this brought it down to a 5-game suspension?
No, I don't, because I just said, like, bottom line is, Gino, it's a non-hockey play. It's not any part of the game. It's not any part of an acceptable act in the game. So you can hang on the whole repeat offender, excuse me. But here's what he's 30 plus years old. He's got all those NHL games. He should know better. Hold him to a higher standard. And if they want to appeal, appeal.
Craig, you are not a happy man whatsoever. The question now is, where do we go from here? Gallagher is going to be eligible to return on February the 15th. That game will be against the Rangers. The next game against the Islanders, April the 11th. Going to be interesting to see if there's any payback in that game.